is a warlike party. At the same time, that's Anthony George Mobile wants national government to conduct investigation into the Capitol building fire incident. According to him, lawmakers who names are linked to the incident should be given due process aimed at exonerating themselves, something he said the law must take its course. The court administrator of the Supreme Court on Thursday cast a white ballot for incumbent President Chancellor Alice Sirleaf, Vice President Antonin Francis Coco Gray, and Secretary General Avin Tobert after they were unopposed during the Judiciary Staffer Association elections held at the Temple of Justice. Casting the ballots for the three officials, Councillor Elizabeth Nelson, according to RCR judicial correspondent, said Workers' Association will remain peaceful, as evidenced by the three unopposed officials, citing that it is not a political gathering, but as a way of including cohesiveness. Councillor Nelson disclosed that the idea of having this association was embraced by the trial judges and others. She then assured them that on her watch, there will be no political gathering, but rather togetherness to foster peace. Thursday's elections were in continuation of the Judicial Staffers Association annual meeting on the theme empowering our members and transforming lives. Meanwhile, on Friday, they are expected to assemble at the Temple of Justice, where the President, Councillor Alice Sirleaf, will present her annual report as well as her plans for the association following her re-election as president of the association for the second time. Prosecuting lawyers on Thursday continue with the producing of oral and documentary evidence at the Monrovia City Court in the case involving suspect Thomas Etaraj and Eric Suse surrounding the burning of the Capitol building. Prosecuting lawyer's second witness in person of senior police investigator Alvin James' testimonies to the court provided detailed information similar to senior officer Raphael Wilson's account, linking the two suspects to the alleged arson attack of the Capitol building on December 18, 2024. Witness Alvin James' account to the court, among other things, claimed that the two suspects earlier met at the Invisible Park and later at PHP Park and agreed to implement their plans. The senior officer account, according to RCR judicial correspondent, was supported by documentary evidence, including the cholera bottle and matches box that were used to burn the building, which was later marked and confirmed by the court. His testimony further unveiled that suspect Thomas Etaraj's phone that was seized contained several messages after prosecuting lawyers obtained a search and seizure from the court. His call log revealed that suspect Thomas Etaraj planned, along with other individuals who are still on the run, to carry on the attack on the Capitol building. Officer Alvin James also told the court that the suspects were supported by some big hands but refused to disclose their names on grounds that investigation is still ongoing, despite being quizzed on several occasions by defense lawyers, Councillor Wilkins writes. A team of Egyptian aquaculture experts from the Lake and Fish Resources Protection and Development Agencies are currently in Liberia. The group, according to the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority boss Emma Glasgow, is in the country to tour aquaculture facility in Bumi, Nimba, Grand Cape Mount, Maigibi, Bon, Maserado, and Lofa counties for development purposes. The Commissioner General of Odes Congo Town, Edward Lahad, said has disclosed 45 scholarships for the township. Making the disclosure to RCI News on Thursday, Commissioner Lahad said these scholarships were made possible through partnership with the Seapark University in Pinsville. According to him, the leadership also distributed whiteboards to several high schools aimed at embracing effective learning activities across the township. Commissioner Edward Lahad noted that his office has also begun engaging various community leaders through meetings ahead of the township sitting in February 2025 as means of targeting the issues of security and flooding, among others. Meanwhile, Commissioner Edward Laha has disclosed possible collaboration with the German embassy situated within the township of Odes Congo Town. And out of Liberia now, opposition party and NGOs are demanding explanation from the Italian government after Rome released the head of Libya's judicial police, who had been arrested on an international crime court that's arrested on an international criminal court ICC warrants over allegation of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Osama Najid, also known as Amazra, is also the director of an infamous detention center in Mitiga near Tripoli, which Amnesty International says is the scene of horrific violations committed with total impunity. Mr. Najid was freed due to a legal technicality, Italian media said, quoting Interior Ministry sources. On Wednesday evening, the RCC said Mr. Nugent had been released by Italy without prior notice or consultation with the court and issued another arrest warrant for him. That's the bulletin of news. Back to you, Johnson.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Desk, thanks to Naketa Roberts for bringing us the news bulletin. If you're just joining us, this is the program News Desk for the 5 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. In one of our top developments, Civil Service Agency Director General Josiah Jukai discloses the discovery of extensive potential double dipping on the House's Central Administration payroll. Let's now bring you our first development on the program. The Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Liberia have refuted reports that the Liberian National Police has issued arrest warrants for some members of the House of Representatives. Attorney Oswald 12, or Councillor 12, said the investigation is still ongoing, and if there is a trace link anyone, such person will be invited by the Liberian National Police regardless of their status. The Justice Minister spoke Thursday in an interview broadcast on several radio stations across the country.
No arrest warrant have been issued for any lawmaker, but as I said the other day, the investigation is ongoing. If the tree and thing in the evidence shows that any lawmaker before, of course they'll be calling for questioning. It's simple. How can I say we can call the ordinary John Doe down the road, but a lawmaker cannot be called in? No, I'm a total lawmaker. Is that a type of society we want, that people are above the law? I don't think we want that. The Justice Minister said, a investigation come and he should be called in.
He is the Justice Minister of Liberia and the Attorney General, whose counsel also they're speaking. However, the Liberian National Police has formally written the House of Representatives, inviting several lawmakers in connection to the ongoing Capitol building fire incident. Those named in the communication are Representative Funati Kopa, Representative Frank Safoko, Representative Josiah Marvin Cole, Representative Priscilla Corpo, Representative Dixon Sibo, Representative Jacob Debbie, among others. The communication was read in section Thursday by Deputy Chief Clerk Das Kamli Chi.
The nature of this investigation and the need is ongoing investigation, and will be calling them for questioning. Those concerns are Honorable Dave Olati Kofa. 2, Honorable Saf Fogo. 3, Honorable Abu Kamara. 4, Honorable Jason Sipo. 5, Honorable Sila A. Ubu. 6, Honorable J. Martin Cole. 7, Honorable Jacob C. Kelly. The LMP is committed to conducting this investigation professionally to ensure that all individuals' rights are respected. We are confident that the cooperation of the House of Representatives will significantly enhance our efforts to prevent future occurrences from such incidents. We respectfully request the meeting with the identified representatives at a convenient time to discuss the terms and framework of their participation in this investigation. The LMP is prepared to provide any necessary support and coordinate closely with your office to ensure a smooth and effective process. We appreciate your honesty and supporting this matter of national importance. Sincerely, Gregory O. W. Inspector General, the Board National.
His his deputy chief clerk there speaking or reading the communication from the Liberia National Police. Meanwhile, Maswara County District 5 representative Procedure Corporal has vowed to submit herself to any investigation when called upon by a committee set up to investigate the Capitol building fire incident. According to Representative Corporal, as a lawmaker representing the people of District 5, she will never involve herself into acts to undermine the peace of the country. The District 5 lawmaker is calling for an impartial investigation into the burning of the Capitol building, as she is recommending punitive actions against individuals found capable.
Thinking that it's because I used to hear the modernization committee. I was chair of modernization, so apparently it was during that period there was some controversy of chairs being removed from the joint chamber. I'm pretty sure it's in line with that. Other than that, I have absolutely no clue. But I would like to say here that I trust the National Police. I trust the investigation. So we here, whatever time they want to see us, we appear. We have absolutely nothing to do with whatever. And so I'm pretty sure that they will investigate to the letter and we review ourselves when the time comes. I have absolutely nothing in me to hurt or fly. I will disagree on matters. I stood for a cause. I stood for the rule of law, and I'm an individual, and I will stand any day for the rule of law to prevail. I took an oath to defend the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia and not for an individual. And so I will stand any day to protect the laws of our land. Other than that, I have absolutely nothing, zero, nothing to do with whatever occurred. We all condemn it in the harshest thing possible. And I will say here for the record that whoever is found guilty, because we should argue with words and not resort to, of the things of the past. Whatever, whoever, if it is established that the building was indeed burned, whoever was the cause or associated with it should be, should face the full weight of the law. Look, again, I would say I would defend anything that is constitutional. If you go the wrong way, the law will penalize you. And so I got nothing to do with it. Confident that when the police will investigate in the right form and manner, and we'll be there. Whenever they need me, I will appear. People of District number 5, rest assured that we got nothing sinister in our behavior. We will be here to represent you and represent you to the fullest we will do. Just rest assured that we got absolutely nothing. I chair the committee on modernization. So apparently it is because of that I'm being invited to clarify my role and we state for the record when we are called upon. So rest assured you have a lawmaker who is law abiding and will stick with you and represent your interests at all times.
She's Maswara County District 5 Representative Priscilla Cooper, one of the lawmakers invited by the Liberia National Police in connection to the ongoing Capitol building fire investigation. At the same time, Bon County District 3 Representative Marvin Cole has resigned from the National Patriotic Party. The District 3 lawmaker was among several lawmakers recently suspended from the House of Representatives for 3 months without benefits. Representative Cole, through a press release, noted that his resignation is based on the stance taken by MPP National Chairman Anthony George Gbarntolmah and some executives members of the party endorsing his illegal suspension. The Bond County lawmaker also accused some members of the Congress for Democratic Change of facilitating the process without giving him the opportunity to be heard as required by the bylaws and constitution of the party. Meanwhile, the chairman of the National Patriotic Party, Anthony George Gbarntolmah, described as shocking the resignation of Representative Josiah Marvin Cole from the party. According to Anthony Gbarntolmah, he, as the national chairman of the NPP, is yet to receive any formal letter of resignation from Representative Cole expressing regret over his action to have resigned from the party. Anthony Gbarntolmah debunked allegations from Representative Cole, pointing accusing finger at him and other executive members of the party of endorsing Cole's suspension by the House of Representatives. The NPP chairman noted that Representative Cole accusation is premised on a statement he made recently during the impasse at the House of Representatives that the NPP is a warlike party. If you want war, we will bring war, adding that the NPP under his watch would not endorse any form of violence.
I haven't received any letter from him directly. I've been reading some communication on Facebook. In that communication, he made an allegation that he was leaving the party because the party, under my leadership, endorsed a suspension in the House. The question one would like to ask himself is, when the legislature want to make a decision against any of the members that seem to be in breach of the outstanding order or House rule, do they seek the opinion of the party? The answer to the question is no. Do I have a standing to influence any decision in the House? The answer here is no. So I think for all reasonable men's standards, I think Representative Cole allegation is premised on the fact that when he made a statement to the public that NPP is a warlike party, if you want war, we'll give you war. He made a statement to the government, and we distance ourselves from here as a party under my leadership. Our party is not a warlike party, and we are not violent people. So, but that he feel that party did not stand by him, and we regret the decision to leave the party. When he came, we are not happy by that because for about 2 years, more than 3 years, he had not been to the party office since 2023, 25, 2022. He had not been to the party office. He doesn't know the color of the party office. He had not been there, though he represented the legislature. So that thing, the allegation was squarely intended to scapegoat me. And I want to say it here for the records: the National Patriotic Party would not endorse violence because we know how it is to restore peace in this country, the level of pain and agony we went through in this country. So any issue voted on disagreement politically, I think it should end legally or end politically. We should debate the issue, but not to introduce any form of violence. I think that the National Patriotic Party, under my leadership as a national chairman and a lawyer, would endorse any form of violence, especially at the time this country is setting up a war crime court, and you will go in this public and make sweeping allegations against the party and think that we will remain silent. We're not going to do that. We will regret his action or his statement to leave the party. Again, what we heard in the party will say operate as a political party. Our core had been the party saying a political career. I saw him in the office of then Senator Joel Howard Taylor, and later want to see in the legislature, especially my seat in the legislature. So and all along we are now contested on the party ticket. Even the going election, when I saw a secretary general of the coalition, he was among those candidates that were defeated at the time. Regrettably, he had now been focused on the party. He will only come in when it's election time. You would not, when you leave, you're not going to see him around the party. Yeah, as a member of the you call any assembly, he will not go there.
Anthony George Gbarntolmah is the chairman of the National Patriotic Party. They're speaking at the same time. Anthony Gbarntolmah wants national government to conduct impartial investigation into the Capitol building fire incident. According to him, lawmakers who linked to the incident should be given due process aimed at exonerating themselves. Something he said the law must take its course.
Opinion that if anyone is accused, especially as members of the national legislature, the due process will be followed, and the procedure to invite any members of the legislature is first you communicate with plenary. A certain deputy speaker in this country, and the time Torgbean was indicted. He was indicted as a certain lawmaker. He was in the office. He offered to serve the indictment on him. They served the indictment on him, and the government attempted to use an orthodox manner of arresting. They were resisted until the last legislature communicated to him, and we put in plenary allowing him to face to face the accuser. And he went through trial and he was acquitted. And while going through trial, he was sent members of the legislature. So we are not going to support where you political decision and grab them, digging and putting, because that's not the kind we're talking about here. We are talking about following the procedure. Senator Kine was accused of murder. Senator Kine, the police communicated with the legislature. Senator Kine was escorted to the police station by police. He was turned over and the immunity was suspended. And the law is clear. No Liberian citizen, as in members of the legislature, the only immunity you enjoy is when you go to section, according to section, you cannot be arrested. But in your home, if you commit a felonious crime in this country, such as murder and treason, engaged in all of these criminal acts, with a huge magnitude, the government want to investigate you. The government will follow that procedure, and you will face the indictment, sit in court and list the reading of the indictment, and you will be arraigned, and you then, as an accused, you will then be asked whether you are guilty or not guilty, allow the judicial process. And so no group of people in this country can say, because you are my institution, you go commit crime and you walk free in the street, we do go to a barricade. No. Because if you do it today, as a political party, when in power, you are telling anybody can take gun and go burn their second mansion. This system cannot do one. People must respect the rule of law. To respect the rule of law is to adhere to the procedure laid down in our criminal procedure law as well as our civil procedure law. You must respect that.
Anthony George Moba is the chairman of the National Patriotic Party. They're speaking to RCI News on Thursday. The Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Joga, says the entity has uncovered extensive duplication of positions and potential double-dipping on the House's central administration and supplementary payroll. Speaking at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism regular press briefing Thursday, the CSA board disclosed that institution found instances of double-dipping and 17 duplicated positions, creating 243 roles on the House's central administration payroll.
To the National Remuneration Standardization Act of 2019, signed into law by former President George M. Myean, the Civil Service Agency has conducted a comprehensive analysis of the House of Representatives, Central Administration, and supplementary payrolls. This analysis uncovered extensive duplication of 17 positions on the House's Central Administration payroll, thus creating a supplementary payroll with 243 roles and instances of double dip. This is costing the government an alarming $1,566,564 annual. These practices certainly undermine the objectives of the 2019 Act, which aim to standardize government salaries, eliminate redundancies, and ensure fiscal responsibility. The report identified numerous duplicated positions across various titles, including research officers, office assistants, protocol officers, and many others. These duplications and individuals receiving salaries from both payrolls violate the principles of transparency and accountability. In addition, the supplementary payroll has become an avenue for the late application of public funds, directly contravening the single salary guidelines mandated by the 2019 Act. To immediately halt these practices, the CSA has formally requested the Comptroller and Accountant General of Liberia to instruct commercial banks to cease processing supplementary payrolls requests from any government entity immediately. The CSA's recommendation underscored the urgent need to permanently close the House's supplementary payroll and thoroughly review its payroll systems to eliminate duplications and double dipping. The House of Representatives Human Resource Director and 3 others who were also double dipping should be immediately suspended and investigated for these discrepancies, and their salaries for the investigation period should be forfeited. With the consent of the House's leadership, the Special Internal Audit Agency team working with the CSA on the Employee Status Regularization Project will conduct the investigation. Those found guilty must restitute the funds received unlawfully, and those responsible for approving the supplementary payrolls must face disciplinary actions, including suspension and dismissal where applicable. These corrective measures will safeguard public funds, reinforce fiscal discipline, and uphold the principles of the National Remuneration Standardization Act. We also call for strict adherence to established salary guidelines and ensure that other personnel-related payments align only with the established consultancy framework.
He is the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Jokai, there speaking at Mika press briefing on Thursday. At this point, we join Evan Batafoyan to bring up the passion of live sports. Good evening. Good evening, Johnson Gbarntolmah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Passion of Life Sports. Well, the quarterfinals of the National County Sports Meet will kick off on Saturday with two exciting matches. In Game 1 in the football version, Maryland County will take on Gbapulu County beginning at 2 p.m. In Game 2, Lofa County, the 2021 National County Sportsman winner, will be in action against the Katawi Boys of Bon County at 4 p.m. The matches will continue on Sunday when Grand Judea County take on Grand Kitmore County at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. At 4 p.m., Margibi County will welcome Nimba County in what believes to be a mouth-watering encounter. Well, to the basketball version of this year's National County Sports Meet, Grand Judea County kickstart their county meet group stage joining with a 51-37 points winning advantage over Grand Cook County. Bowman County defeated Maryland County 54-29 points, while Grand Bassa County got a revenge against Bon County with a 54-41 points. Monserrado County defeated Margibi County 45-33 points over Margibi. Sando County defeated Riverside County with a 2 points margin with a score of 40-38 points. Gbapulu County forfeited the points to Lofa County. The Go Boys refused to show up at the SKD Basketball Gymnasium. Well, the Sports Writers Association of Liberia SWA have ended a one-day-long media training for journalists ahead of the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals of the National County Sports Meet. At the training event, the president of the Sports Writers Association, Vama Kamara, thanks the Ministry of Youth and Sports and all facilitators at the event. Facilitators include Tikla Wesley Jr., photojournalist, Siawe Miapu, fast-checking journalist, veteran Liberian sports journalist Hassan Keu, and Saros Badio. And away from Liberia now, Liberia defender Samson Due and his side Victoria Plezard have making their way through to the knockout stage of the UEFA Europe competition. Victoria Plezard of the Czech Republic defeated Adeland of Greece 2-0 to book their space into the quarterfinals. That's the last 16 of the competition. Having lost to Manchester United, it remained their only defeat in the competition. Manchester City have signed Egyptian forward Omar Mamusha from Eintracht Frankfurt for 70 million euros. The 25-year-old has agreed a contract at City until June 2029, with additions raising to 4 million. Mamouche has scored 15 goals in 17 Bundesliga games this season, second only to England captain Harry Kane, 16 of Bayern Munich. City have also signed 19-year-old Brazilian defender Vitor Rios from Palmeiras in Brazil for 30 million, and Yuba Baskin's defender Abukia Kosovo from Lens for 34 million. Nottingham Forest cracker Chris Wood has signed a new contract to keep him at the City ground until 2027. Who has been one of the stars of the season so far, scoring 14 goals in 22 Premier League appearances to help Forest to third in the standings of the Premier League. The 33-year-old joined Forest on loan from Newcastle in January 2023 and completed a permanent move in June that year. Well, Johnson Gbarntolmah, that's it for the Passion of Life Sports.
Via TV, True FM.
Via TV.
For partnering us and with the Commissioner of ODS Congotan Edward Lahar tools for the 5 scholarships for the township. Making a disclosure to RCI News Thursday, Commissioner Lahar said the scholarship were made possible through the partnership with the CPOS University in Painesville. According to him, the leadership also distributed white checkbooks to several high schools aimed at enhancing effective learning activities across the township. Commissioner Edward Lahar noted that his office has also begun engaging various community leaders through meetings ahead of the township setting in February 2025.
Secure 45 university scholarship from the CPOC University around the SKD complex. Vetting is ongoing, and we are making sure to incorporate young men and women to utilize that opportunity to acquire some college education. We also did some distribution of whiteboards to schools within the township to enhance effective learning. And also, we last Sunday had a meeting with the community leaders, and we initiated a conversation on improving the rule of law within the township. And we encourage community leaders to work along with the Community Watch Forum from the Liberia National Police to begin establishing watch teams in their very community to help the Liberia National Police in enhancing rule of law and security within their very communities. And also, we agreed as a township that we are going to work together to tackle the issue of drainage and waterway opening in the coming days. So we are mobilizing manpower and some resources, and beginning February, we will start work on drainage cleaning and waterway opening. And we look forward to effectively engaging areas where there have not been work done in some of the waterways and the drainages for a very long time, because our target is to reduce flooding within the township during the heat of the rainy season. The township sitting is scheduled for the 15th of February at the Peace Island Town Hall. We will have our first town hall meeting since I became commissioner of the township of Congotan. It will be our first town hall meeting, and I'll also use the occasion to give an official status of where we are now as a township. We'll make that report to our people so that they be aware of some of the things that are going on within the township. We are working on a plan, and it will be completed very soon. There are several projects that we are earmarking, and we're looking forward to, in the period of the time during the year, to execute some of them. And we'll be looking forward to engaging more so that we achieve our plans for the year 2025.
He is the Commissioner of ODS Congotan Edward Lahar there speaking. Meanwhile, Commissioner Edward Lahar disclosed possible collaboration with the German embassy situated within the township of ODS Congotan. Commissioner Lahar said the assurance was made during a courtesy visit at the German embassy on Wednesday.
We had a meeting with the German embassy, and we were able to meet with the deputy head of mission, Mr. Peter Spear, who was representing the German embassy. And we introduced ourselves, initiated conversation for possible collaboration between the German embassy and the people of the township of Congotan, because as a foreign mission situated within our jurisdiction, we believe it is fair enough for us to create a relationship that can benefit the both sides. So we initiated that conversation, and it will surprise you to note that the embassy was very pleased to receive us, and they said this was the first time for the local authority from Congotan to reach out to them, and they will fully be involved with our activities moving forward.
We just celebrated the 110-year celebration. Were they not invited?
We didn't invite them because at the time we have not initiated a conversation with them, so we didn't invite them. But I made a verbal, invite for the upcoming town hall meeting where I will be giving the state of the township address, and we consented that they will be there. First of all, the key thing is for us to create a visibility about local governance in our country. What has improved other countries around Africa and the world is those countries paying attention to their very local structures. So we are trying to create visibility, and we will also try to engage military and agencies so that we create a collaboration decentralization, because the purpose of the decentralization is not for the burden to be on the central government again. So with that, we want to make sure that we engage government ministry and agencies that have activities in our various jurisdictions. So at least some of those activities can be at the township level handled so that you don't put more burden on national government. So we are looking forward to creating a platform where there will be a more effective local governance in the Republic of Liberia, most especially Mosharano County. Thank you to all of the residents of the township of Congo Town for their support so far, and we will be looking forward to seeing all of you at the first town hall meeting where we will give the State of the Township address, and we will be looking forward to your participation in all of the good plans that we have for the year 2025.
Edward Laha is the Commissioner of ODS Congo Town, speaking to RCI News on Thursday, taking us home on today's edition of the program News Desk. But as we take leave of you, a recap of our major developments. Civil Service Agency Director General Josiah Jukai disclosing the discovery of extensive potential double dipping on the horses, sanctuary administration, and supplementary payroll. As Minister of Justice Oxford Tua denies issuance of arrest warrant for lawmakers, the Liberian National Police formally written the House of Representatives inviting several lawmakers in connection to the ongoing Capitol building fire investigation for reportedly endorsing what he calls his illegal suspension. Bon County Representative Marvin Cole resigns from the National Patriotic Party, as NPP National Chairman Anthony George Morba describes as shocking his resignation. And away from Liberia, opposition parties and NGOs are demanding explanation from the Italy government after Rome released the head of Libya Judiciary Police. We'd love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program a success. Thanks to our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Thanks to Naketa Roberts, who are here with the reading of the news bulletin, while Erin Butterfly fighting the passion of live sports. Daniel Sandu, Sarah Control, and produce our sound, while Maya Torgbean was behind the camera producing our live broadcast on Real TV. Thanks to our sponsor, Orange Liberia again, and EcoBank Liberia Limited. My name is Johnson Gbarntolmah. I represented. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your data like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary of 12. My name is Hansen Der Represent. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.